okay? I want to get to some things that we're underreacting to. If there's an angle to this story, we spent like 30 minutes talking about like whether or not Belichick would be interested in going to the Jets. I would love to see it. I'm just a champion of storylines. I understand he hates the Jets. Like, nobody hates anything enough. Like, I think he hates not being on a football field. So I would like to see something happen there. But they're going to try to figure it out. And I wish Woody Johnson and Joe Douglas all the luck in the world. Here's some things that we're not giving enough love to this morning. Green Bay, okay? Xavier McKinney. I give him lots of love. Is he getting the love that he deserves, though? We're underreacting to the fact that he is truly the most impactful addition to the defensive side of the ball in the entire league this season. An interception in all 5 games this season. He recovers a fumble this past week, which was nice, little icing on the cake. He's responsible for 6 of the Packers' league-leading 14 turnovers on the year. Like, if they go to a Super Bowl, this is why, okay? They had 18 all of last year without him. His picks always come in the biggest spot. It's like watching a movie all of the time. The one last week picking off Stafford, the Rams, what you just saw, that was crazy. Rams were driving to take the lead. With the pick on Sunday, he became the 5th player in NFL history to record an interception in 5 straight games to start a season, but it gets even deeper than that, and this is the underreactive part of it, okay? If you go back to last season, he also had 2 picks in his final game as a Giant. That means he has recorded interceptions in 6 consecutive games. That, my friends, is an NFL record. That ties him with Mel Blount. That ties him with Lester Hayes. If he can get one off Kyler Murray this weekend, 10 a.m. on Fox at Lambeau, bringing them to 4-2, that'd be nice. He will stand alone. If he can get a pick off Kyler, he stands alone with the NFL record of 7 straight. Interception in 7 straight games. Just something to keep an eye on as we're watching the early window on Sunday. And everyone wants to, like, Charles Woodson is tweeting about how great Xavier McKinney is. It's an incredible thing that's happening, thanks to me. By the way, when I tweet things like, I'm not getting enough praise for this, I'm absolutely joking. So 99% of people understand that I want a statue erected next to Vince Lombardi with some cheese curds in sterling silver or adamantium or like whatever you want to make it. But I'm just joking. Question for you. Why don't we talk about the Jags on this program? You are the maestro. You are the string puller. You are who I yell at when we don't have Kevin Durant, as I thought I did. Why have we not talked about the Jags, in your opinion? Let's just like really let's get to the innards of this.
Yeah, I mean, there have been places where we have had some Jaguar stuff scheduled in the show that someone has decided to take more time other places, which is fine, which is, her decision. But yeah, I mean, there hasn't been a lot of, and also on the show, we like to accentuate the positives. There haven't been a lot of positives up until this past weekend.
Yeah, we have one, and they got the Bears this weekend. That'll be a fun one. London, all of that. Another early game, another 19 hours. We're Scott Hansening it again on Sunday, and we're so looking forward to it. League office, Park Ave. We can't wait. We don't talk about the Jags. Like we don't talk about Bruno. We just don't. We just don't on this program. You're a Jags fan. Sending love to Florida. We only talk about them with hurricanes. We don't talk about Florida when it comes to anything else. But I don't want to miss, as like you're saying, there's something positive to pull out. And we saw, a win, which was nice, right? They beat the Colts. But part of the reason for that first start was so horrifying and frustrating because there's a lot of talent on the roster. So then right away it goes to the coaching and all of that. And it was nice to see some of the talent shine in week 5. We put it on the show. We said Brian Thomas Jr. is going to have a day, 5 for 122 on the day. Look at this, 80. I'm just going to lay out for it. Jags, this is your moment. Enjoy. This is an 85-yard catch and run. Saying, I mean, come on, Colts defense, what are we doing? Colts run defense, what are we doing? He hit 22.15 miles per hour here, making it the fastest play of the whole season, according to Next Gen Stats. Second fastest anyone's moved on the football field in the past 4 years. He's now 6th in the NFL in receiving on the year, by the way, which is crazy. This is a true number 1 on the outside, something that Trevor hasn't really had up to that point in his career, with him and Gabe just jawing on the sideline. Like, this is the guy who's making the points happen. And then Trayvon Walker sacking Joe Flacco 3 times in the game. That's nice. There's some bright spots here. He ranks top 5 in the NFL, 5 sacks this season, 10 in his last 9 games overall. That ranks 2nd in the entire league over that span. Jags, we're trying to lift you up here, okay? He hasn't figured out He's flashing the talent. This is a #1 overall pick. You nailed it, and nobody's talking about it. And then there's the curious case of Trevor, who I don't think about very much, but here it is. 82.4% of his passes in this win, he threw for a career high 371 yards, 2 touchdowns for the first time this year. You know, he gave you something to be excited about. Not just the hair, not just the Waffle House, but he had the command. He had the confidence, ability that earned him the big deal, the money deal that people are now going to tear him apart over. Now, of course, this isn't going to be enough to silence the critics of Trevor, LaShawn McCoy and LaShawn McCoy and Deshaun Jackson included. He needs to start stacking these kind of wins. Finally, we are underreacting. Let's go up the coast. Giants defense. We said we get to the Giants. MSG Network, we love you. Thanks for embracing us. Thanks for being so nice to our show as we are airing there right now on the East Coast. I'm not totally shocked that they're leading the league in sacks. I thought it could be a possibility after they traded for Brian Burns. They give him Thibodeau, which is a beautiful draft pick that needs to pan out. It's the dynamic edge duo now that has accounted for 4 of those 22 quarterback takedowns that makes what they're doing so freaking special. Who are they being led by? My guy, Sexy Dexy. 6 sacks from the interior. That's what I expect. You don't get, I'm not giving you that much love, Lawrence, because I expect that from you. Second most in the league, by the way, to Aiden Hutchinson. Next on the list of Jason, help me, Hamilton, Pinnock? I'm getting that wrong.
Jason Pinnock.
Jason Pinnock. I know he's a safety. I know he's doing his thing. These numbers are crazy. I mean, Shane Bowen, they got this new DC. They're blitzing all over the place, and this has been like a total team effort. The G-Men have 11 different players with 1 sack this season. They've come from every single position on defense. I've always talked about how rushing the passer is obviously like perennially, historically, a huge part of like the way the Giants want to be, and it's their identity. But the kind of the way they're doing it's a little different. It's a little TikTok-y. It's with the times and what they've done from the past. And by the way, in case you're curious, the last time the Giants led the league in sacks was, let's just do some things here, Hamilton, 2007. I don't think I need to remind fans what happened that year. Not saying it's going to happen again, but I mean, the way that the NFL's looking this year, who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? That year you wouldn't have said it in week 5 either, or even in week 17 of that year. So you never know. But yeah, it's good to see that identity returning to this football team with them getting after the quarterback and that being a staple of what they do.
And the Dable, no neighbors, the way they're winning, really, really big stuff from them. And who are they playing this week? We should have that in there. Are they on a bye? No, who are they playing?
They have the Bengals on Sunday Night Football.
Ooh, Bengals Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
I'm taking. Okay. Oh my gosh. This is like, what's a bigger game? Just not even like for the team, for the NFL, for the storylines, for the plot. Bengals Giants or Buffalo Bills Jets. Like if the Jets lose, then you almost. Can you go get Devontae if the Jets lose? Or is it done? Who's more done?
I think you still do because you still got, Rodgers still wants to go another year too. So you get him in there. I still think you make it happen. But if the Jets win, let's go positive. If the Jets win, they're in first place in the AFC East. Let's not forget that part of this.
If the Jets lose, I think it's bleak. I think my old New Yorker comes out. I got air-conditioned water spilling on my forehead, a pigeon's flying into my face. I am right back in Tribeca. I'm calling Boomer and saying, Boomer, I'm waiting on hold for 30 minutes. Going through the Holland Tunnel. Don't love that. All right, we'll be back after this.